woman will be like, well, we've been together for so long, we might as well be married, I guess, but that's just a commitment written on paper, you know, that fulfilling physical thing has already started, you know.
Miss Rivers says that she knows she's is serious when her man, and she's got a real man when he's working and sharing and not all in the streets unless they're together. Ronnie says she doesn't have to spend all her time with anyone.
I hear that.
Tea Coffee Dub's in the house. Tea Coffee Dub, first time listener to the show. Let us know where you are from, and welcome to the Lonely T Dub. Welcome to the Lonely Hearts Cafe. Miss Rivers says, after 3 years, I'm laughing. After 3 years, it's time to marry or get back. Miss Rivers, are you implying that there are people that you have? Let me see how I should phrase this. There are people that you have fucked. That there is no one whom you have fucked longer than 3 years and not gotten married. Hello.
Yeah.
Southern Belle, stop putting things in the chat room that I'm going to have to look up. Shout out to T-Dub. T-Dub is checking in from Raleigh, Newport News, Virginia area. That's why he's Dub, because it could be in double the places at one time. Sluggo says, if you have no intentions of marriage, it's only right to let her know it won't be very serious. If she wishes to continue after that, cool. Sluggo, Honorable Deacon, be on standby to respond to this, but Sluggo, you can't tell some women that you don't plan to marry them. Number one, you might not get the nookie. Number two, and I would say this to all the ladies out there, do not go into a relationship thinking that marriage is going to be the outcome. You should actually go into a relationship thinking that marriage is not going to be the outcome. Because y'all ain't gotten married in any other relationships you've been in previously. Shit. Stick to something you know.
Mm-hmm.
Honorable Deacon.
Yeah.
Sluggo, stop trying to fool people telling them, we gonna get married. It ain't gonna happen. Shit. You think people start dating when they 14, 15, 16, 17. Me, 18. People start dating when they get older, and then they date in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and you gonna tell them they gotta tell a female that if they plan to get married or not. Bullshit.
Yeah. Not gonna happen.
Vince Wright says the Nutsie is undefeated. Broncos boy is in the house. Miss Rivers says things change with time. Southern Belle says, right, never think that a dude gonna marry you. Southern Belle, I ask questions I want to know the answer to. When's the last time you gave the nookie up to somebody, without being married? Or do you put a lock on that box? And Tiana says that she's in Raleigh also, T-Dub. I thought y'all knew each other. That's why I was giving y'all a shout out. I thought y'all knew each other. Thought it might have been somebody that the great Tiana contributed to the show, had turned on to the show, but I guess not. So shout out to you all. And I guess that means, come on now, we could do a live show out of that market. Okay. So, Honorable Deacon, you got anything you want to say about that before we jump into the next topic?
We can move on.
Is it possible, next question, is it possible to stop seeing somebody romantically but still remain friends?
No, when you say romantically, are there any other variables in there? Is it just sexual? Is it just the hanging out and getting close to being sexual? Have
Yanni
it
is
just been hugging and kissing and that's been it, you know?
okay. Okay, I know that Yanni is listening, and I think that Yanni means romantically includes intimacy. So I'm gonna give Yanni a chance to respond to that. Hit me on the hotline, Yanni, and let me know. And then,
Is it a financial thing?
yeah, let's see.
Because if it's a financial thing where the guy is pimping and the girl is pimping, then I do see that being happening a lot. You know, the guy start being sexual with her so she can go and get her money and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that before, you know.
You can't hold people back.
No.
So you know, let them do their thing, and then you know, you can still be cordial, but you can't hold people back. You gotta want people to grow. As you said in season 1, Honorable Deacon, you want to promote women being their best.
Right.
So sometimes she gotta be her best by being with somebody else for about 30, 40 minutes.
True. It's true. Gas is expensive, and the price of meat has gone up.
Yeah. Okay, I'm reading through all this. Okay, here's one where she really wants to know. Ask Honorable Deacon. If you have sex with someone and it is horrible, almost like Miss Seeley on The Color Purple. This is her words, not mine. And he begins to boast and brag about how good he is in bed. Do you tell him the truth?
Yeah, and stop fucking with him
And that's the key.
until he gets his game up.
That's the key, Yanni. You gotta stop fucking with him. You said until he gets his game up, or tell him to get his game up.
Both.
But I would imagine that she's written enough dicks to know if there's any hope for him. What's he gonna do to get his game up?
He's got to train. I guess he has to train like it's the Olympics, basically, in every fashion and form. His mind has to be together. His body has to be together.
So, ladies and gentlemen in chat room, here's my question to the chat room. If a person sucks in bed, is it possible for them to raise their game up to the point where they magically improve? I say, Honorable Deacon said train like it's the Olympics, and he included physically all that. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm leaning in again. This is Christopher Tracy. In order from my experience, and if I have to think about this, I don't want to, so I'm just gonna go off the top of my head. Oh man, I don't want to say the only because I don't believe in absolutes, but the way to elevate your game is to be with another person. You gotta learn some shit from somebody else. You gotta learn some shit from somebody else. You gotta have somebody in one corner. Coming out of the red corner is a trapeze artist. Out of the blue corner can be a head doctor. You know, out of the green corner can be somebody that's into S&M, huh?
Yeah, like you're saying, you got to find people with that experience.
Yep. And then in the other corner, the black corner, you got to find somebody that's a talker. somebody that's a talker, you know. And then when you come to that shit, when you get somebody that you learn some new shit, then you go back to your mate, and then you're super fucker. But then that's when I would say that the incumbent pussy or the incumbent dick should say, something done happened here. And then there becomes trust issues. So I think it's a no-win situation. What say you? What say you, Honorable Deacon? So you think it's possible to raise your game up magically?
Magically, it takes work, you know. People experience guiding you. I mean, when I was getting my experiences from like the older people, older women.
Older women, the ones that give you worms and shit.
That's the saying, I guess, but they give you a lot of life lessons also. You know, they tell you how a woman wants to enjoy yourself, be pleased, and things of that nature. And they show you the long list of different ways. You know.
You remember back in the day when I had the two living girlfriends. You know, that's one reason you do shit like that. So you can watch how one woman pleases another woman, and then you learn from that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So Southern Belle says, who has time to teach? Ronnie says horrible sex is a deal breaker for her. At her age, 29, she's not trying to be a teacher. I stuck that 29 in there. Do her right or you won't do her again. Tony's laughing at me saying magically. Vince is saying preach, Ronnie. Somebody put a comment in here. T-Dub says either you have it or you don't. We progressively get better, but you can't go from horrible to great. Bronco Boy says horrible sex is better than no sex. Do you agree with that, Honorable Deacon? Horrible sex is better than no sex?
I'm on a cheater about that one. I'm not for sure on that one.
Well, that's kind of like
I can do without it.
Well, what about this? What about great sex from an ugly woman?
And that has happened.
Huh?
That has happened before, yeah.
So you can have great sex from an ugly woman that you know is not going to go any further, but horrible sex is better than no sex. I don't know, because time is valuable, Bronco Boy.
It definitely is.
Sluggo says the older they are, the less likely they will improve. Ronnie says, I'm almost 49 and have no time to teach you shit. Okay, this is the comment I was looking for. T-Dub says that everybody deserves round 2. Do you agree with that?
No.
I firmly agree. Fuck no. As I just said, T-Dub, time is valuable. And time is money. I think the Honorable Deacon would say time is money. Now, what do you say, Honorable Deacon?
No, I was about to agree with you. To get money.
Yeah.
Wasting energy and on the worst thing ever. It's not a good thing to do. That makes you look stupid. That makes you stupid. It doesn't make you look stupid. That makes you look stupid.
T-Dub, I've had two bad pussies in my life. One I told, and the other one I don't remember how it happened. I don't remember what happened, but I know it's been 2. Just throwing that out there. T-Dub says that T-Dub, I can't wait till our phone lines are back up. T-Dub says that people also get better if they have a good partner. Do you agree with that, Honorable Deacon?
Come again?
People get better if they have a good partner.
There are some variables in there, but it's possible, yeah.
Give me some of those variables.
If they don't have the proper equipment.